Hello.
I'm not having much luck with my meetings at the moment. It took me off to Teams for some reason.
Oh, no worries. Have you got your presentation ready?
Well,
Right.
Right then, let's dive in then. So obviously it's not been masses of time since last we spoke, but we've been looking at is getting that homepage done. So kind of our focus at the minute is getting some stuff ready so that we can get the developers on it effectively. So, you know, once we get a page done, we're looking at the homepage. It takes a while for them to get bedded in and everything set up. So that buys a bit of runway basically. And then we're basically playing the game of staying ahead of them. We don't want ever them to run out of designs to build. So where we started obviously is with the homepage. That's got the most different things on it. It's got different styles on it. And even if the copy isn't nailed down, it doesn't matter to an extent because we can reuse modules, move them around, do what we need to do with them. So in order to do that, obviously, there were some amendments that we wanted to make to the homepage. We had to change some things up a little bit based on the feedback last time. And obviously, we need to get mobile designs done as well, which is what we've been up to, or Roberta has been up to since last we spoke. So, Roberta, I don't know if you want to dive into probably the desktop first, just because there's fewer things to look at there.
Yeah, sure. Can I have the sharing, sorry.
Okay.
Enabled.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Yep.
It's under the security button, Dornu.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I should have done that before.
Okay. Okay, I'm on. Can you all see my screen?
Yep.
So yes, we did we had some changes done, yes, on the home page. So the first one that I wanted to discuss is the search button and how the animation kind of this is the first one on obviously on the hero, and I just wanted to show. So when you click this one, then there's going to be a drop down coming down, and yeah, this is how it will look like mainly. And similarly, actually, all the other elements in the navigation bar will have the same style in a way. You'll be able to enter the search and then search, and these are the suggestions, of course. Okay, so
I think you're talking, but I think you're on mute.
Oh.
Sorry. I think I was too busy trying to move you all over to the left-hand side and didn't see how you got to it. So do you mind just...
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sure.
Sorry, I missed the first bit. Sorry.
No,
it's just that. Okay. Yeah.
Just a click. Yes. So it's just going to be down, a overlay, so that it's a little bit less, crowded in the background. And then that's how it will look like.
Oh, okay. Okay. And then are those words built up by us? So if someone started typing broker,
it's a development question, really. It's something that we'll figure out with the developers. It might well be that way is this how it's done, but I'd like to be a bit smarter than that, to be honest. So that'll be one for the developers to work out.
Deb, how does that fit with your kind of thoughts on search?
So I feel that it's really, really nice, the layer, and hello everyone. And but I feel that the search needs to be on the right and the text should be under the text on the left. So I feel I feel that because our, let's call it, main call to action, for example, in the navigation is to the left, to the right, the search button also needs to be in the right, and the text, because it's autocomplete, should be under the text.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It makes sense. That's a good point. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So
moving this across
here.
Here. And it's sort of absolutely.
I'm just going to make a note. If you carry on, guys, I'll make a note.
Sure. Okay. So that was just a quick animation on the navigation side.
In my screen, the search magnifying glass looks very faint, but it might be looking different on yours. Does it?
I think it's because the background is moving around. Yes, exactly. And this, of course, will be done in CSS. So we'll make sure that when we develop it, there won't be any, because at the moment you see like a tiny bit of white here that is supposed to be blue instead.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah.
So it's kind of, at the moment that, because it's moving like shapes, but it will be kind of blue. So it will always be visible, this one.
I'm good for usability because I can't see them well.
Yeah, that white won't be it won't be white in that way. I think that's a Figma artifact, really.
Okay.
Yes, because it's moving there. Yeah.
I love the free trial button.
Oh, yes, we changed the wording actually there. Yes. Okay, so then the main actually work that we've done is about the sausages that we don't look like sausages anymore. They are more, they look more like the symbol of the logo, but a little bit abstract, but not as of course, the oval shape. So I'm just gonna scroll down to show like an example. So I've applied it to all the titles. I think it's good to have like consistency all around. I know that we said maybe we could apply it just to some of the titles, but I think it's good to just have them all, unless we have, a strong opinion on whether like why we would change that. But otherwise, I would just keep it in all of them. So it is very similar to the M, but it's just not composing the M, so it doesn't look like the logo, but it recalls it, I think, a bit more. Same shape has been used then for the background instead of the oval shape. So we kept the oval in a way here, but just adding this, I'm not sure how to call it, but this kind of like a half an M shape.
Loch Ness Monster or something.
Similar to the logo.
And so this, because it's repeating in the background, it will be able to convey the kind of the brand identity, I think, a bit more. As you were saying, Polly, I think, when you take a screenshot of this part, you always see it.
Yeah.
It's movement. Yeah, a little bit less movement. And the movement is just on the oval shapes that are moving up and down, but very slowly still.
Reminds me of one of those games I used to play, like not Pac-Man, but those kind of different games. Shut up. No, I really
don't. But it does remind.
No, I do.
I think it is also catchy in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm just going to scroll down. Also, like on this one is repeated as well.
Well, I do like it in that colourway as well. It's nice in that colourway.
On the blue background.
Yeah, good. Very nice.
So this was the main change in terms of, the background actually, and all the other like decorations elements. Then we did say something about the inside all pages. So I did apply the same kind of style here as well in the header. So that should look a bit more similar to the other pages. And then, what we discussed was also about the press and blog article and using a different third color here for the event. So I decided to go with the red one. This is the version without the images, and I also have done one with images just to show the flexibility that we can apply to both event and press. Sorry, in case we wanted, in case we had the images for it.
What do you think, Aid?
Yeah, I love it. I love
Your
it.
area. Yeah, good.
Yeah, I think some colour works well.
Yeah. Nice.
Great. I think that was mainly it in terms of like what we changed for the web version. So I can kind of dive in. The mobile now presentation. if all is good.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So mobile, can you all see the mobile now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So this, I'm just gonna scroll through, but this is basically like how it will look like on the smallest of the screens, type. So this is the hero. The hero, of course, wouldn't have, altogether the kind of drop down filtering. Those will come in the next section, which is here, because it was otherwise too crowded and it was too much to do all in one screen. So that will be straight after. So if you scroll, you'll be able to see them. Then you have the option to scroll down, and you are here on this module. So this module will work similarly. So you have the option to choose intermediaries or lenders here, and it will change the content underneath. And when you click on this one, it should work. So when you click, for example, on the product sourcing category, it will anchor you down. Sorry, it just went a little bit faster, but it will anchor you down to this content that will change accordingly.
Yeah.
And so here you have the option to scroll left and right, because in the web we have, of course, 2 images. So you have the option to just see what's on the right hand side. Okay, I'm just gonna scroll down instead. Same here, actually. So similar. You see that there's already like something on the right. So there's already a visual cue to just scroll right. You have also the additional buttons here to do that. So you have all in one screen. So I managed to kind of squeeze all in one screen, so you'll be able to.
So how many would you be able to scroll? The same amount?
Sorry, say it again.
Would you be able to scroll along to the same amount? I think we were 4 wide or something, weren't we?
Yes, exactly. So you'll have all the 4 here. The progress bar will kind of show you where you are.
Yeah, because it sort of it hints that we're already on like 1, and there's only a little bit left. So, but that would be like,
that will be actually progressive. Yeah, it will be like
great
1/4 if it's 4. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Brilliant. Okay.
Scrolling down again. The testimonials will look like this. So as we said, we may not be able to have the video playing, so it will just be a screenshot of the video on here, and then the testimonial text.
And a play button. Would it?
No, I don't think it would play.
So okay. So it can't. So even with an action of play this video, it wouldn't play.
Well, at the moment, what we did even in the web view, it was like
automated, wasn't it?
It was an automated, and it was without audio, so it wasn't really it was more like to show that someone was talking, but it wasn't really a video. We could potentially, but we would have to open it on as a model, for example, if we had a proper video like playing of someone talking. It was more like to show that there were real people about, let's say, talking, but I don't know if we have the content.
But that's the thing, is I think in the future, what we talked about here was it would be great to be in a position where we've got, say, Sally Laker, who's head of a network, one of our major networks, talking about us, because she's a really good draw. But it would be great if you're on mobile that you could play and hear Sally talk about it.
I think we can then do something like a modal video on top of here. So you'll have a button that will say play, and same actually for web, because I don't think we want the voice to. Yeah, exactly. I don't think we want the voice to kind of play straight away. So we want, like, if people were interested to see the whole video, then they can hit play and have a modal showing. So modal means that it's something like on top of this view that will just show the video. we can definitely do that.
Yeah, so there needs to be a play button on this
the picture.
as well, right?
Yeah, exactly. On both, yes. I'll just keep going down then. And this is the call to action, let's call it call to action module, where you have the Request a Demo Contact Us tab where you can click on it and we'll show different actions here. And finally, so all the way to the footer. So this is just like structurally the same, it's just gonna be stacked more.
Yeah.
And to make it a little bit like more compressed, I thought that these could be like a drop down because they're not like they are an additional kind of maybe navigation that the user can use, but otherwise I thought that they could just like in case they wanna navigate more this way based on the type of user, for example, or on the type of product, they will be able to just click and a similar list like that will show underneath. But to keep it kind of more compressed, I thought it would be good too.
It's very neat like that. It's very neat, yeah. I like it.
I wanted to add about a sticky navigation or sticky call to action. So as we saw on the desktop, it's really important free trial. And I don't know if you see my screen.
I can
see it very well.
Oh.
What website are you on, Dev?
Square Up. SquareUP.com.
Yeah.
Now they have like this sticky. Oh, here they have this sticky get started button.
Let me share my screen. Bear with.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
It's not going to work. Is it on?
Maybe click the X. Maybe it will. Yeah.
But it is there.
I'm there.
Yeah, the get started. I feel it's something that we can steal from them, with the free trial. And I don't think we need the login, but I really think the free trial and an icon of a phone call, that will bring us leads. 80% probably of the traffic will be for mobile. One tap to call our customer service.
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
Yeah, and again, this free trial.
How does it work? So
it's a magic, Harry Potter.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
About the chat icon, I sometimes on mobile it's disturbing. So I will do a test.
I was thinking about this. Do you have one thing I realized I didn't really know is about how people engage with those chatbot things on mobile. I know I don't. I just think, well, I have to leave my browser open, right, while I wait for this chat thing to come through. It's not really how I'm going to engage with stuff.
I also like that you have an icon of, let's say, WhatsApp, and then you kind of chat in a place that you feel comfortable. WhatsApp for Business or iMessage or even a text. I feel this intercom bubble, it's okay on a desktop because you have big screen, but on mobile, it's too clutter.
I don't know. I mean, I do use it a lot with, like, say, Nationwide Banking. I use the chat from their phone. Sorry, from my phone. The only thing I would say is from a commercial organisation point of view, we do want to drive more people to chat, to self-serve a little bit. We want to try and lessen the calls through customer success team. But I do really, so I love the sticky idea. It might be.
Oh, okay, yeah, it could be. So there's two options here: get started and then a chatbot thing. You could easily have two buttons in there, right?
Yeah, because it's probably more important than call us. I'd rather than use the chatbot before.
Yeah, that might be. So a lot of these chatbot things are pretty straightforward widgets. So it would depend what we can do with the widget that they give us, whether we can fiddle around with it. Let's look into it. Let's get rid of that. Right? Let's look into whether on Mobi.
Because it could all look too much, couldn't it? It's but I really like that thing, Nadav. I like that. I think let's keep the terminology consistent. I know we only talked about free trial, but everywhere, rather than I think the other words were something demo, wasn't it? I think free demo. I think we should just sort of go free trial.
Free trial, yeah.
Free trial everywhere, yeah.
Throughout, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, or if there was a contact us, I take it the contact us. No, that wouldn't work.
Email. I know that British people like their email.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
Exactly.
Especially our older generation. Our older customers love an email.
Yeah.
Um.
I wanted to ask about the navigation. Do you want after the hamburger to have a full screen menu? Do you want a drop down?
On mobile, right?
Yeah, mobile.
Yeah.
Well, by the way, Twitter is amazing. Speaking about what happens after the hamburger.
Yes, I think it will have literally like the idea was a drop down. Like a drop down that will come similarly as the web page, but it will cover the whole screen. I think.
Yeah, and there will be a search.
Yeah.
There will be a search with it. Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
So that's something that we've not quite had time to do since last time.
Oh, good.
So yeah, we will need to get that done for
Tuesday.
Polly, we have Mortgage Brand that the logo is a word near the second word and not above the word.
Yeah, we've got a flat. Yeah, we've got a long vertical.
Place here, we can make it the logo bigger because we have a.
Because we've got a full stack.
It's a good idea.
So we've got a flat hamburger, little hamburger, and a double quarter pounder. So it depends the logo you want. I've got a really flat patty I can send you. Actually, Aid, are you all right to send?
I can send them all.
Yeah, send them
Let's not
all and they will play.
Will do.
Thank you. It does show me on here how much we'll have to think about the video styling. Because I think because if you look at the end of this, on that background, it all merges into one. With the
it kind of finished with the same background, yeah.
It does show how striking a white video in that context looks, but at the end you're like, it's all a little bit.
By the way, a small little thing for Roberta. When you have a carousel and you have this arrow, you don't need the line between, because in the mobile, it's not like desktop of horizontal scroll. So just the arrows is enough.
What are we talking?
It's just video.
On the inside, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need this element because this element is a desktop element. So just the two arrows for the user to click, or they don't need to click; they can scroll. So
scrolling, yeah.
Because is that the same for the carousel?
Yeah. Because mobile is too crowded. You have small real estate, so you need to kind of get rid of some elements.
Yeah, we can hide that on mobile.
Yeah. Okay.
You're watching me be really pedantic now.
Sorry, I was looking at that as well. Leave it.
Alex is going to the Philippines. He wouldn't see English for 2
Yeah, exactly. I don't want it to get to Monday morning and someone goes, hide on what? Okay.
One thing that actually we didn't discuss, sorry, last last time, if it was about the hover on the media team. I forgot to mention it last time, and I did that on the web version.
Which page? About page.
The about page, yes. Scrolling down. Yes, on those.
Oh yeah, nice.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
I really like that. I had that on the previous website and it works really well. Love it.
Brilliant.
Do we think LinkedIn is the right thing?
Yep. Definitely. It's our bag. None of them are on Twitter. Yeah, great. Need to get some new photos of them.
Yeah.
I feel that you need to put them on Twitter. Twitter is the number 6 site on Britain, while LinkedIn is number 21.
Yeah, well, we'll see now.
We'll see.
Now it's been taken over.
We'll see if it syncs with his sync.
Yeah, we'll see.
Cool. So we've got obviously some feedback there
Mm-hmm.
to go through. So we'll make those changes, and then we'll bring obviously the homepage, desktop, mobile. We'll finish the mobile menu, the search states, and everything like that. And we'll bring them to you hopefully for sign off on Tuesday.
Yep.
What we'll do as well, there's not a huge amount, so what we'll maybe do is look at another page on mobile as well, if we can get through that. So maybe the about page, for example.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing that I wanted to just mention on the about page, for example, is that we needed to resolve the module at the bottom. So I can just for now the content there. So I can just for now maybe keep it on hold. Or
I don't think we're in a position to answer that question of how it even looks yet.
Would this actually, in terms of a development workflow, this page probably makes the most sense because all of these cards have to be built.
Yeah. In fact, it's where we've got to stick all the content.
Yeah.
You don't upload, so if that one's built nicely.
So what we should do then is look to, if we're going to focus on designing out another page in mobile for Tuesday, maybe the insights page would be a good one.
Maybe, so often when we're sending out emails or we've got a social post, they're going straight to the blog. So maybe it's useful to know what the actual blog page looks like on a mobile.
As in this one.
So the journey quite often for social will be that people are looking at LinkedIn, they'll check out our latest blog, and I'm assuming they'll be searching a lot of the time via mobile.
Yeah, absolutely. So that'll be a good one. I think we tend to do that one last just because in terms of development, it's the lightest weight because it's kind of normally one module. So this would all be done in one module because people don't want to be faffing around adding different modules to blog posts and we have to import them. So we make this all buildable in the WordPress editor. I think it would be my preference to work this page up as a priority over this page.
Okay.
Just because there's quite a lot of fiddly development work in getting all of these different cards set up.
Okay.
Roberta, go on, sorry.
No.
I was going to say, Roberta, you made some changes to the events layout. So obviously there's the colour change. So an event would be picked out in a different colour to press release.
Mm-hmm.
But then also it can work either with image or without image.
Yeah.
Do we have a colour change for case study or what's the other?
Or blog article. Yeah, the color changes there. It's on the overlay kind of color there. If you see the blog article has a blue.
So we've taken the pink or the blue. Yeah.
Yes,
so
exactly.
Blue for blog, pink for case study. But obviously there with the expectation is that they'll always have images on them. And then blue for press article, pink for event.
So just a quick general question. When we are more pages deep, in 6 months' time, or we want to add a new page, what's going to be our flexibility or variation for colour? In terms of, if I wanted to create another page which is the same hierarchy as Insights, do I have to use the same? So if you go to the top, do I have to use that same layout, or will there be an opportunity to change right at the very top, the header? So would I be able to look at is there any chance we could look at just a few other colours in our palette? Because
for this page, as in, so for so the way that this page would work is the distinction is, so on this page you've got a module here, a module here, module here, etc., etc. The way this page would work would be, it'd be a template basically. So you wouldn't have as much flexibility to change the layout of this page, because effectively it's just there to aggregate the content. So, I mean, we could build the option in to change the color of this down the line. What is it you're imagining?
I'm just trying to change up the pages. Because, for instance, if you're in a blog, you're going to always see the same template blog, aren't you?
Yeah.
And again, I was just looking at, so it's always going to look the same. So there's no opportunity to change up or change the motif from right to left, or they're always going to be in the same style. And I'm just wondering if, after we've added lots of pages, should we have a little bit of should it feel a little bit more dynamic, or there's a bit more to the colour palette or design element?
That's interesting. Okay, so I think let's think it through. So I think, to my mind, a blog page should always look like a blog page. They're reading the content. That's the main thing. But that having been said, blog is only one of the types of content that we're putting out, right? So there's also press releases, case studies, events.
So they
the opportunity for these to look different. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That at least, yeah. I think
It will have to look different to an extent, because an event has different data associated with it. It needs to have fields for location, date, registration information, things like that. Whereas a blog post is a little bit more stripped back. You don't want to be doing anything that's going to distract them from the meat of the content. Were you going to say something? Sorry, Roberta.
I know. I was going to say yes, because we have the Insights all colors now. It is worth actually thinking about the hero. I did use both, like when trying the designs of the hero of these pages. I did try with this kind of violet or light blue color on the side, or the red, like the shapes. I'm talking about the shapes as well on the side. So we could match. It makes sense that now that we have different colors, we could match it to the color that they are. So the case studies, maybe instead of having this light blue on the shape color, will have the light some red instead. And I think that will differentiate it as well a bit. And also, like, it will connect, let's say, the colors that we're using in the Insight page.
Okay. With that, we just need to make sure that case studies and events don't look too similar then.
Yeah, we'll need to create layouts for each of them.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, we'll look at that. And a case study is very different anyway from a blog post. Really, it's very differently laid out, I would have thought.
And also, just when you get to that point with a case study, we have mentioned obviously video. So it could be that, in actual fact, up front on a case study, is that we only have a case study if we've got a video to go along with it.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, I would be hesitant to put that kind of restriction on you, because effectively what we're doing is then coding in a restriction. Whereas down the line, if you get stuck and you don't have a video, but we'll certainly design it.
So could it be optional that we could add in or not?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think the case. So if I just sort of explain how this would work in Word, you basically have. I'll show you. So you would basically have, I'll just grab a random page. When you're editing the page, you either have your block editor or your ACF or modules. So in the bulk of instance, we're only using modules. So these are the modules for the page. You add it in. So we've got a content grid, card carousel, etc. Right?
Yeah.
But blog posts, they tend to be done using this block editor. So basically what you do, that's basically what you see is what you get, module, because there's various reasons for that. Basically, when you're chucking out blogs, you want to be able to just put the content in. You don't want to have to put in loads of different modules. It has to be quick. Also, more often than not, we'll do some sort of import-export of the content. So it has to be able to be just dumped into one field rather than in lots. Obviously, refinements are done at that point. But so what you've got here are different styles as presented within a what you see is what you get, rather than this being a different module to this. Now, with a case study, however, if we think about what a case study looks like, it's going to be a lot more image intensive, image or video intensive. There's going to be a lot more left-right stuff going on. So I would have thought that a case study is going to be mainly constructed from modules rather than from the block editor.
Yeah. Agreed.
So I think, yeah, that will be completely different in its layout, and we'll have to take that take a run at that as part of these suite of pages.
Okay.
So yeah, long story short, I think yeah, you'll see a big difference there in the design. Although I'll keep some elements, sort of these browsing elements in the bottom left there remain the same.
And for instance, in a case study, if we were to add in a module or a picture where you can add in the actual logo of that company that we're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely something we could look at.
I'm just wondering whether would it help with SEO if we were then to add in. No, we don't really go on the side there, do we? Okay. Yeah,
We
that's
want to be linking to them.
no.
I have a small question. If you finish reading a blog post, how do you go back to the blog section?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Do you think there should be a button that says read our next blog?
No. I feel that like you finish reading, and I like that there is a long tail here, but there is like for all insight. Also, I feel that insight, and Alex said that we can change the text and the content afterwards. It's a resource. It's now it has a blog post and press release, but in the future it will be FAQ, it will be forum, and I don't know, Mortgage Brand Academy or whatever. But I feel that it's like one. It's so much bigger than insights.
Yeah, it's something that we've got for the time being. I think you're absolutely right there. It's probably going to grow in the future. And I think the thing to bear in mind with this module as well, as it appears on this page, the stuff in here will be stuff that is tagged as relevant to the blog post that you're reading, right? So it's going to encourage you to read more stuff along those lines. This content, where it says insights and gain valuable industry insight, it can be changed every time that module is used. So on this page, if it's a blog about 5 residential criteria searches, it might say at the bottom, learn more about searches or something like that. You can change this text here each time.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. I suppose the only thing around this website is just making sure there's natural signposting across it. Definitely. Something I haven't really. I've just been looking at the visuals, so yeah, just making sure that the signposting is there.
I think building them all in this way, so that having these all sit together is a really useful thing, because it means that at the bottom of a blog post you can put a case study as well. Among this can be case studies and things like that.
Like Alex said, it's useful also for other stuff. So, for example, if we'll do a career page, and all those modules will be roles.
Yeah.
And so that's super useful, these models. You're using, I saw WordPress. Do you use Elementor to kind of?
No, it's not Elementor. No, everything's custom coded from scratch. So it's Advanced Custom Fields is the kind of framework we work with from the CMS standpoint.
You don't like Elementor, do you?
Who's asking? Who?
Oh, Craig, I know definitely doesn't like it.
If we see a developer apply, and they're talking about how they use Elementor, well, we don't speak. But from our perspective, it wouldn't allow us to do anything near the amount we need to do.
Oh, it's an exclusive club at Crucible.
Yeah.
Okay. It really does look great. Really does. I'm getting so excited. So thank you, Roberta, for taking on all of the feedback. You've totally smashed it with that. Really good.
Thank you for the slides. They were all good.
We've got some stuff to do. So, like I say, we'll certainly aim to get the homepage, mobile desktops finalised for sharing on Tuesday. If we can, we'll squeeze in the Insights directory page as well, just so that we can get cracking with all of these different card layouts. Because obviously they appear or might appear on the homepage as well, right? So anything that appears can appear in here.
Yes.
Small thing that I heard from Zaid yesterday. You know when you scroll and layers are like little animation layers on top layers and all that. Zaid like this. I call it, sorry to say, gimmick.
Like a parallax type.
I think it's parallax, yeah.
Yeah, parallax. Yeah, he does.
So parallax is one gimmick. There is like millions of gimmicks. So
he likes dynamic sausages. He's told me that. He actually likes Fintel's website.
Yeah, he showed me like a website. I'm told, and he's like, "Yeah, it's like gaming," and said, "It's too cool."
Yeah.
Not for users, it's too cool.
To be honest, I was like, okay, yeah, thanks. This one is like it's on some sort of speed. This at times, especially when you because the first time you go down, which is quite nice, the numbers. Go down the numbers. Oh no, they haven't. Oh, maybe it's on mobile. It does it.
No,
then.
there you go.
Oh, there you go. So things like that I can understand, and maybe for the About Us page when we come for copy, that might be a nice thing. You know, key facts about Mortgage Brain, and we have that. That to me would be something.
Yeah.
So if you have gimmicks in your arsenal, throw it.
Yeah, so there's been a few sort of different libraries that we've been looking at, and there's the sort of scroll. Have we looked at a scroll one, Roberta? Which one is it?
Yeah, you mean the library that we're going to use?
Yeah.
People like this gimmick.
Animation on scroll, I think it's called.
Yeah. People like this gimmick. Yeah.
Actually, good point. So this is a good one just to have a look at, because this is he quite likes this. But for the About Us page, you know, you said about for now, should I put that section on hold? Mm-hmm. It might be that this is a good section to just add in for now, which is key big facts about Mortgage Brain.
Yeah.
Because we have that now in our induction, so I know we've got those figures, so we could add that in, and they're quite good for the investor market, for media, for people that want to join us.
Yeah. Start business porn. Yeah.
Could you send over could you send us over a few of those, Polly?
Yes, I will. It's probably, I'll send it over to you again, but it's the induction presentation that he did. I think I sent it to Craig, but I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll pick out that actual page so you know what I'm talking about.
That'd be great, thank you.
I'll just have to take off AE3 because we're not talking about AE3 here, although we would make sure that we have a link to AE3 on this website. So, you know, on the bottom, on the footer, we will need to have, so add in our group link to AE3.
Yeah, good shout.
Not forget them. I do always forget them. Incident. Okay. Right. Oh, good. It's nearly time for another meeting. Brilliant.
Yeah. Well, thanks very much then, guys. I think we know what the next steps are. We can probably call it there so we get 10 minutes before the next meeting. But yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, super.
It's in holiday.
Yes, good time.
Thanks,
See you
Helen.
next couple of weeks.
Have fun.
Thanks very much.
And yeah, thanks so much. And I'll speak to you next week.
Cool. Cheers. Thanks very much.
All the best.
Bye.
Guys.
Bye.